everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Love for Intuitive Astrology. So today I will talk about the month of December 2023 for each and every single sign when it comes to astrology and tarot. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Michelle. I'm an intuitive astrologer. I combine my knowledge of astrology with my intuition, and this will be reflected in this video. So yeah, today I'm going to put everything in one video, so all the signs in one video instead of separate videos, because I've been a little busy and I really want to make this video for you. Okay, and like this I can dive a little bit deeper into the details of the month, and then we can go to each and every single sign. So I do want you to keep in mind that this is a general reading, so if you want to book a private reading with me, you find the details in the description box below. And let's have a look at the month of December. I'm quite happy that this month is a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, so to speak, okay? Because we had two quite intense months of October where we had a lot of eclipses, and then November where we had this like Sun conjunct Mars, which will still happen up until around the 10th of December 2023, okay? So we still have this energy of the Sun in Sagittarius conjuncting Mars, so there's a lot of fire energy, and fire and Mars, they like each other, okay? So it's a really good time to move ahead and work on the things that you want to finish, okay? Go to the gym, have fun with your friends. Sagittarius loves to enjoy life, okay? And we are in Sagittarius season up until the 21st of December, where we're going into Capricorn season. So enjoy this time, travel, have fun, and find the joy in, you know, the day-to-day things. Find joy in, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and being grateful for everything you have, Jupiter will just expand it more and more and more. So if you're happy with what you have and you just live in the moment, and this is the trick when you have a strong Jupiter, or when you're in a year where you have Jupiter in your first house, for example, it's about going with the flow and just letting life flow through you, okay? So this is definitely something for Sagittarius season, right? And Mars can be a bit argumentative, right? If you have it with the Sun, you could be a bit frustrated or angry. So the way to work with these energies is to keep moving if you can, okay? If you have something that's preventing you from moving, I understand. Then put the mental stuff to work, okay? Because Mars is very masculine energy. It wants to do, right? It's not really a feminine planet. So it wants to do, it wants to act, it wants to, it wants to achieve things. So what are your goals? What are you willing to fight for? This could be work, this could be your family, this could be a relationship, right? If you are ready to fight for something, this is Mars. It's very, very masculine. So you will have this influence up until around the 10th, right? I'm not going to calculate like up until 10 degrees. Usually between 0 and 6 degrees is, you can feel it very strongly. After that, it will still be felt a bit, but not as strongly as up to 5 or 6 degrees, right, in your chart. And that accounts for any type of conjunction that you have in your chart. So we do have some planets stationing direct and retrograde this month. And on the 5th of December, we're going to have Neptune in Pisces stationing direct, okay? So when it's retrograde, it's more of an inward energy. So when you have Neptune, right, in its own sign of Pisces, that's where we see a lot of spiritual growth. We've seen that in the past few years, that people are starting to awaken and following their spiritual path, following the path that suits best for them when it comes to religion, when it comes to God, But also Neptune is the planet of illusions. So what we see is, you know, who can we trust? What can we trust? Like, and I had to refer, like, I watched this documentary about, it was, I think, about twin flames, and that, you know, it becomes like a program and a business, and it was not about finding love anymore, right? And I find it very intriguing and very, it really did something to me, because I was like, you know, I'm in the same field, and I'm not selling twin flames to people, because I feel like there's a lot of toxic relationships that are being pointed out as twin flames. And I think you really have to be so careful with using that word, because it's been used way too much. And yeah, doesn't matter what I think about it, but I really believe that twin flames are there when you develop spiritually, you dissolved a lot of karma, and then, you know, this could happen. But it's not important. It's about what is healthy relationship for you, healthy boundaries, right? And this is where it's very thin, the line, right, between spirituality and people who are selling it for their own self. And this is where Neptune comes in. It becomes foggy. Like, who can you trust, right? Who can you trust? Can I trust myself? Can I trust others? So yeah, I always say, look first at the pricing. If they are pricing ridiculous prices, that's not spirituality. Of course, you need to be paid for the hours you're working, but in the end, it's to help people, right? And you do need to get some value for what you're doing, but do you need to ask thousands of euros for that? No, that's not necessary, okay? And also, it's about people who are telling you what to do without giving you your own inner power. This is so important to look at, right? So these are all Neptunian things, and it already, you can see this type of influence coming up, right? So yeah, it's going direct again. So you're maybe gonna start taking up spiritual classes or meditation schedules, and just coming back to, yeah, your spiritual journey for yourself, because ultimately it's personal. Spirituality is very personal, and you know, you always have to listen to your own feelings. You can be inspired by other people, because I definitely look at other channels and other people who I think are very inspirational, and you know, but if you don't resonate, it's better to leave. And if you feel any fear of, you know, they will get mad at me or angry, this is narcissism, okay? And I've seen this with my own clients, and I've seen this with other people in the field. When you feel that they're gonna be angry at you, that's not spirituality, because it's not about punishing people. It's not about feeling judged, okay? So watch how they're making you feel. Do you feel welcome? Do you feel seen? Or, you know, do you feel like there's gonna be a bomb exploding at any moment? Okay, and yeah, so this is the energy of Neptune. We also will have Jupiter stationing direct by the end of the month on the, if I say it correctly, it will be the 30th, yeah, 30th of December. We're gonna have Jupiter stationing direct in Jupiter. This is wonderful, because actually this energy of having faith, and you know, it's the planet of luck. It's where you experience good things in your life. It's gonna station direct. It's not inward anymore. So when it's inward, retrograde, you're gonna have to feel this within you. You're gonna have to find faith within yourself. And when it's direct, you can express it to the outer world and attract things to you, okay? So there will be more opportunities and a new cycle. So there could be new opportunities coming your way by the end of this month, okay? We do have Mercury retrograde, and this will happen on the 12th of December. So this is at the same time. So it stations retrograde on the 12th of December, which is also this new moon in Sagittarius. And we do have a very Neptunian month, and that's why I wanted to talk about Neptune a bit and fogginess and boundaries, because Neptune doesn't know boundaries. Neptune wants to unite, and that makes things foggy, because in this world it's sometimes difficult to see the truth in all, you know, when you start thinking about things, it's like, where's the beginning and where's the end? That's Neptune. It's foggy. And you will see the same on this new moon in Sagittarius. We're going to have this new moon squaring Neptune. So again, a fogginess. And by the end of the month, again, we're going to have a square with Neptune and Mars. And we're going to have a square with Neptune, let's see, yeah, and Mercury. So confusion in communication. And so this will be around Christmas time and New Year's, okay? So if you're not sure about what's being said or things are confusing you, wait a minute until these energies are over. So then you will feel more aligned with what's truly happening. Because sometimes you don't really see all sides of a story, right? Like you see one side of a story, but there are multiple sides to a story before you can actually decide on something. And also you have to listen to your intuition. That's what Neptune wants you to do. You have to listen to your own intuition. Also, we have Chiron stationing direct, and this will be also by the end of the month. This will be on the 27th of December. And this is where, you know, because we have the North Node in Aries retrograding, and now they're coming together. Okay, these two are coming together next year. They're already in a conjunction, but they're going to be in a close conjunction, okay? This is really a triggering thing, okay? So this is really, globally, people are going into their woundings. So it's really up to everybody's personal development, how they're going to respond to that. Because it's not always comfortable looking within and looking in those wounds. And also we're going to see on a global level where we are lacking individuality, where we are lacking standing up for ourselves. Like people are afraid to stand up for themselves, right? But then Pluto is going to come in again back into Aquarius, and they want to stand up for the rights of people and be equal. So we're going to have these two sides to things and a lot of confusion. So it's really recommendable to really practice your own spiritual practice, so to speak. Yeah, so this new moon in Sagittarius we have, and it's still in a loose conjunction with Mars, so we're gonna keep having lots of energy, which is really, really nice. Yeah, and then we have, let me look on the chart, because, you know, I'm pretty good at remembering things, but like everything would be difficult. But yeah, we do have a full moon as well on the 26th of December, full moon in Cancer. So, and this full moon, let me see, will be at 4 degrees, okay? This full moon will be at 4 degrees. And this is where we have this Neptune square with Mars and with Mercury, okay? So watch communication. With Mercury retrograde, take into account that it's not a good time to sign contracts. If you do, read it very, very carefully. If you buy electronics, get a guarantee so you can bring it back, because sometimes it breaks or something, you know, even during the Mercury retrograde, it happened to me a few times. My laptop broke or my mobile phone broke, and then, you know, it's better to buy after buying, to buy something new after. I do really love, and I'm coming back to this Sun trining Jupiter by the end of the month. And, you know, Jupiter is about to station direct. So definitely there could be some lucky breaks for some of you. And we're going to look into each sign, right? Where's your Jupiter? Where's your Sun? Or where's Capricorn? I have to say it. Where's the Sun in Capricorn transiting in your chart? And we're going to have Saturn sextiling the Sun. So this gives a very serious energy, and Saturn is also trining the moon. So you're really going to work on your goals, and you're going to have the optimism to do it, okay? And there is a lot of energy this month. So then we have Mercury conjuncting Mars. So sharp tongue. People are going to be speaking up about what they think is true. And, you know, this is kind of the shadow side of Sagittarius, is that they speak up sometimes about what they think without considering other people's feelings. And this could be a good thing because we need some people to stand up for certain things, right? But around Christmas, this could be a bit triggering. Like people are going to speak their minds. And we have all this month, most of the month, from the 3rd until the almost the end of the month, we're gonna have Venus in Scorpio. And Venus in Scorpio is intense. It wants to feel, it wants to love, it wants to maybe control a little bit, okay? So there is an intense feeling, so you might feel this intensity of love. And at the beginning of the month, we even have Venus squaring Pluto, okay? So that's a very intense energy where you're gonna maybe get some type of temptation, okay? So really feel in your body, is that a temptation? Is that real? Because there are gonna be all sorts of feelings and hormones going everywhere, so you're gonna have to decide. You're gonna have to decide what is what. Yeah, Venus square Pluto up to the 7th of December, okay? Yeah. Yeah, but overall, you know, it's gonna be a little bit of a fantasy feeling, like optimism, and, you know, but some things are not as they seem with Neptune, so keep an eye on that. So I think I'm ready to start with all the signs. This is what I wanted to tell about this month. I kind of took the highlights. It's impossible for me to cover everything, right? So yeah, let's start with the first sign of Aries. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Yeah, so the month of December, Sagittarius for you is in your 9th house. So this is going to be a wonderful time for traveling, traveling even overseas if you want to take a long trip or a backpack trip. So traveling is definitely on the maps for you this month. Could be the whole month, okay? Because even by the end of the month, you will still have Mars and Mercury, yeah, over there. And we have a new moon in Sagittarius also in your 9th house. So this is a wonderful time for traveling. Venus in the 8th house. So this could be like kind of a spicy time for my Aries, like with your partner, or you're just meeting someone new and just hitting it off and, you know, enjoying each other's company. And for you, we have Jupiter in the 2nd house, and Jupiter here is bringing in lots of money, especially after Jupiter stations direct. You're gonna have huge opportunities for making money, earning money, but also keep in mind, Jupiter is very happy and very, like it believes in everything. So watch out for overspending, because it's gonna be like, hey, money is coming back. I will just spend, don't worry, you know, I'm gonna overspend. So watch that. Neptune in the 12th house, you're gonna have vivid dreams, Aries. You could have vivid dreams. You could have, there's gonna be a lot of spiritual insights for you this month. It's going to be incredible. If you're traveling, you could have brilliant new ideas. So grab your journal and write down all these ideas that you're having. Write them down, because they're gonna be quite important for you. And yeah, we're gonna have Mercury in your 9th house as well, okay? It's gonna be in Capricorn and then retrograding back to Sagittarius. So yeah, break down and bring down all these ideas that you're having. Do your meditation, because you're gonna have a lot of visions on what to do. The North Node is in the 1st house with Chiron. So what is it that you feel like woundings within your identity? When don't you dare to stand up for yourself? Or how do you feel that maybe in some way you cannot be fully accepted for who you are. Okay, these type of pains could come up on a personal level, because I like to use astrology more for personal development rather than the global development, because this conjunction has happened before, and it's kind of a last time it didn't went so well. So, you know, it's really about how far have we developed now as human beings that we can take accountability and stand up for ourselves and heal those woundings. And yeah, let me get you a card for my lovely, lovely Aries. So Capricorn season, right? By the end of the month, you will have a boost in your career. This is the time to focus on career. Obviously, this is a weird time usually, so most likely you will drag that more into January, but there could be some type of opportunity coming for you by the end of the month. After your trips and after traveling, you know, it's also a brilliant time to study. So if you need to do some exams or you need to study, Sagittarius season is going to be beautiful for that. You're going to learn, you want to read books maybe, you want to explore, take some trips, the inner voice. So listen to your inner voice right now, Aries, because it's almost like you're going to get a lot of brilliant ideas that are going to help you go to the next level, okay? Go to the next stage in life. The South Node is in Libra in the 7th house. So for a lot of you, there is going to be some changes in your relationships. If you're single, okay, this could mean someone from the past is coming back, especially at the beginning of the month. We still have Venus in Libra conjuncting the South Node. This could bring back someone from the past, but also this South Node can actually cut off people that are no longer serving you. So business partnerships, one-to-one clients, but also relationships, okay? Synchronicity. So, a lot of synchronistic events for my Aries. Thank you, angels. I trust your well-timed guidance and signs, okay? So look for the signs. There are going to be a lot of signs. Express your creativity, okay? So time to work on your creativity. This full moon in Cancer is going to highlight maybe your house. So maybe you want to do something creative in the house. You want to decorate it nicely. On the 26th of December, okay, we have this full moon if you didn't watch the introduction. And yeah, for work, there could be some type of boost with your work, or you're moving for a job for some of you, okay? Or you're going somewhere doing a workshop, or you're actually hosting something in your own house when it comes to your work, or something that's gonna, it could even be a YouTube video, right? You're filming a YouTube video and it's really highly appreciated. So this is my message for you, my amazing Aries. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you. I also do private readings. You find my email in the description box below, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for being here. Let's move on to the next sign of Taurus. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This month, we're starting off with Sagittarius season, okay? And I recommend you to watch the introduction. I'm going to talk about which planets are stationing direct and which dates, right? We're going to have a new moon in the sign of Sagittarius as well on the 12th of December. And this will be in your 8th house. And 8th house is all about transformation. And when we have Sagittarius here, you have this curiosity about you, Taurus, that you want to know more about the depths of life. You have this curiosity, like, I want to read more about it. I want to read about the meaning of life. I want to know why these cycles keep happening in my life. So there is this curiosity within you to break certain cycles. And at the same time, this is a time for you, you know, maybe you will get an investor interested in your projects. However, we do have Mercury retrograde on the 12th of December at the same, it's stationing retrograde, same time as this new moon in Sagittarius. So be aware with contracts or new clients, those kind of things, okay? Read really carefully the rules and the sentences of the contract or anything, like any type of agreement, pay really well attention to that, unless you have Mercury retrograde in your chart, okay? So if a client is coming back, this is completely fine. If it's a new client, okay, be very much aware about that, because very often this is more short-term collaboration, okay? There might be some money coming your way. This could be through an inheritance, or this could be from the government, but this could also be some type of confusion, like something is not really well organized. Some papers are a little bit messy with this Mercury retrograde. So be aware that whatever it is, or bill or something that you're getting, that you read, like, okay, is this really what it's supposed to be, or was there a little bit of a mess up? Because we have such a Neptunian vibe this month, right? And it's confusing things. Same thing with friends and money, because we have a square, especially by the end of the month, okay? We have a square between Mars and Neptune. And Neptune is stationing direct this month. So you're gonna have a lot of faith for meditating, for, you know, continuing your spiritual journey. But also Neptune can create confusion, and when there's a square with Mars and Neptune, it's also with Mercury and Neptune, there's gonna be some fogginess with communication, especially with your friends, okay, around this time. So around Christmas, if you're hanging out with friends, you might just really misunderstand each other around this time, so be aware of that. The whole month, Venus is in Scorpio, and Venus in Scorpio for you, Taurus, this is about love. So for some of you, you're going through an intense love cycle, right? Because with Scorpio in your 7th house, you do like someone who is a bit intense, maybe a little bit, like more in-depth personality. So if you're single, you definitely have a chance to meet someone new. Okay, and the south node for you, Taurus, is in the 6th house. So I do want you to be aware of your health. Some of you are forced to rest more, okay? You're forced to rest more. Maybe you were overworking, like, yeah, doing a lot when Saturn was in Aquarius in your 10th house, and the universe is telling you, hey, Taurus, watch your health, take it easy. Go to the doctor if something is off, right? Because I definitely believe in science, and I also believe in spiritual healing. Those two together, for me, are the perfect match, but definitely don't avoid going to the doctors. Jupiter is going direct in your 1st house, Taurus. This is unbelievably amazing. Get ready for your season, right? Because we had a retrograde. It was more inward happiness, inward optimism. But now soon you will be able to express it and draw things to you. Yes. So, and we also have beautiful trine between Mercury and Jupiter for most of the month, because we have Mercury retrograde, right? And this is going to uplift you. This is going to really bring you into a wonderful new time. Capricorn season is a really good time for you to travel. So some of you, Taurus, are going to travel around Christmas, and this is going to just bring so much happiness into your life. So, you know, it's going to be really amazing. Then we have a full moon in the sign of Cancer on the 26th of December, if I say that correctly. Sometimes, yeah, it's the 26th at 4 degrees, okay? And this is good for studying, traveling. Again, traveling is definitely on the maps for you. But also this is a great time for studying. Maybe you find that you finally have a break to read what you want, to write what you want, to study what you want. So give yourself the time to do that now. Okay, what did I say? Take a step back. So the universe will tell you to rest more and to enjoy, to travel maybe. And you will have a better overview on what you need to do next when, you know, Jupiter will station direct. That's going to bring in new opportunities for you. The inner voice. So it's about following your inner voice, your intuition on what to do next. So that's my message for you, my amazing Taurus. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for being here. Let's move on to the next sign of Gemini. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your astrological forecast. That sounds so serious. So we're going to have Sagittarius season in your 7th house. So Gemini, this is a fantastic time for love for you, okay? So if you're single, you know, you might meet someone new around this season. Like my teacher always said, my astrology teacher, she always said, astrology is like the weather, right? You're preparing for what's to come. So it's never a guarantee you will meet someone, but the chances are higher around that time. So make sure you go out and present yourself the best you are, love yourself, and you know, but also there's divine timing. So anyways, enjoy. Also, if you are in a partnership, you know, this is the time to talk to each other, to hang out with each other. And some of you are definitely gonna get married or get a proposal. There will be or might be some arguments by the end of the month, okay, with your partner, because we have Mercury conjuncting Mars. So there might be some honest and direct conversations. So don't shy away from those. Although I do think you love a conversation, Gemini, so I think you will be completely fine. But just be aware that by the end of the month, there might be some some struggles with each other, okay? But for the rest of the month, it will be very lovely. Then, because we have on the 12th of December, a new moon in Sagittarius, okay? So this is in your 7th house, and we're going to have a beautiful trine between Mercury and Jupiter. And Jupiter is in the 12th house, okay? And Mercury, it's going to go from Sagittarius to Capricorn to Sagittarius, because Mercury is going to station retrograde on the same day as this new moon in Sagittarius. So definitely a highlight on your relationships and also on your spiritual growth. Jupiter in the 12th house can bring a lot of spiritual awareness. It can bring spiritual insights, especially this month, because we're going to have Jupiter trining Mercury and Mercury retrograde. So it's going inward. By meditating, you will get a lot of messages. So write down everything that you're like is coming through you. Write it on a paper. You know, you're kind of preparing for your season when Jupiter is going into your sign, okay? So for some of you, you're rounding up a cycle right now, and you're gonna prepare for the explosion when Jupiter goes in your sign. So get ready, Gemini. Honestly, May 2024, that's gonna be your time. So if you're like, when is it my time? Well, soon. It will soon be your time. Trust me, it's gonna bring a lot of great stuff to you. You do, of course, have Saturn in the 10th house. So it is bringing a bit of responsibility on your shoulders in some ways. And Neptune in the 10th house is stationing direct on the 5th of December. So you will unlock a lot of creativity, a lot of spiritual insights. So if you are in the creative fields and you're working hard, you can definitely get really, really far, okay? You can get really far with your career around this time. Venus is in the 6th house, so, you know, watch the diet, because Venus in the 6th house loves good food and, you know, treating yourself well. Do so, but make sure, you know, don't overdo it, or get some good exercise in January, because, hey, we also have to enjoy life once in a while, right? Like, I love eating, and I definitely, you know, I'm balancing it with a lot of sports. Yeah, we have a full moon in the sign of Cancer by the end of the month, and this will be in your 2nd house of money, and it will oppose the sun in Capricorn, which will be in the 8th house. So it's all about money, organizing your money, and, you know, Jupiter on this day, on the 26th, this full moon, is gonna sextile the moon and trine the sun. So wow, there's big opening when it comes to ideas on how to make more money for you. It's like something is opening up, like, oh my god, I really can do this to make money. That's gonna be super interesting. And especially if you are in the spiritual creative fields, things are gonna open up for you big time. Okay, let me get you a card. Whoop. Synchronicity. So, oh my god, she's so cute. My cat is on my lap and she's such a cutie. Look at her. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Yes. Well, I'm gonna leave her. She's just really enjoying being in the video, but nobody can see her. She was like so cute, like putting her paw on her eyes and sleeping. I'm gonna let you sleep. Yes, you're so cute. So, synchronicity. Also, Venus in the 6th house, if you are looking for a pet. You know, I didn't brought her up for nothing. So, it's a great time to get a pet. But I always say be very responsible. Because having a pet is almost like getting a child. At least to me, pets are sacred. Like, I have very strong connection with animals. And I really respect them. So yeah, if you have one, think it through. But synchronicity, so a lot of synchronicities will happen, especially because of this beautiful trines with Jupiter this month. Okay, and Saturn is in the mix here as well, so you're gonna have a lot of cool ideas. Like I said, in the creative fields, new beginning. You're rounding up a cycle. Write down these ideas, Gemini, because you're getting ready for your season, okay? You're getting ready for a new beginning. New beginning. Transformation, okay? You've been transforming, and also Capricorn season is in the 8th house. That is transformation, right? And sometimes you feel like your transformations are going very slow, or it's like, you know, with Capricorn in the 8th house, sometimes it feels like you have to do everything on your own. Like you have to earn your own money. Like nobody's really supporting you financially. And, you know, especially Gemini rising might feel this way. So with older age, you'll get more and more support. That's with Saturn. Through hard work and through age, you'll get your reward. So that's my message for you, my amazing Gemini. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I hope to see and speak to you next time. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the sign of Cancer. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to have Sagittarius season for you in the 6th house. And this is about your health. This is about doing sports. And, you know, for the beginning of the month, we're still going to have Mars with the Sun. So it's very important, Cancer, to keep moving. Keep moving, okay? So otherwise, this could lead to frustrations, especially in the workplace or with your colleagues, okay? So if you feel something about your colleagues, especially by the end of the month, we're going to have Mercury retrograde together in a conjunction with Mars. So it's like, Cancer, you would love to speak up to some of your colleagues, like, and tell them the truth. But be very aware of this, because Sagittarius is a very blunt sign. It wants to speak the truth, doesn't really want to hide things. It's like things are as they are. So be aware with what you're saying, especially since we have the North Node and Chiron together in the 10th house, which kind of have been creating difficult situations in the workplace, right? This placement is favorable for people who are working in the healing fields, who are working in the spiritual fields, the creative fields, any type of work that is of service of other people will be good. But there will be this feeling like, am I good enough to do this? Am I worthy enough to do this? Okay. So even though you're gonna be you're successful, it still feels this pain, like, am I like an imposter, like a little bit imposter syndrome. But with Jupiter there in the 11th house, and Jupiter will station direct by the end of the month, and you will have a lot of opportunities to network. So even if you're selling certain products or you're doing certain job, make sure to be around people and sell your things, okay? Sell your services. Do not be afraid to speak up about it. Or just be around friends, have fun, enjoy. This is the same thing, okay? Right? The 11th house could be also social media or making money through the public or through workshops, through because the 11th house is ruled by Aquarius. It's and Taurus is money and possessions. So getting possessions through communities, through other people, okay? Then by the end of the month, we have a full moon in your sign, Cancer. And this is highlighting your romantic life. So if you're single, this could be a time where you could meet someone new, okay? This could highlight anything, because this full moon is really beautifully aspected by Jupiter. And Jupiter is in your 11th house, and also by Saturn in the 9th house. So it could be that you're meeting someone overseas, an old friend, and this can turn into something more, okay? This could also mean that if you're already in a relationship, that you might go on a trip together, or you're just really enjoying your friend group together, right? You have a similar group and you're really enjoying the company there, because Venus will be in Scorpio for the whole month. This is a beautiful time for romance. This is a beautiful time for love and enjoying each other's company. And for some of you, there could even be a child in the mix. So if you don't want that, be safe. Okay. Honor your beauty. So it's about honoring your craft, honoring what you're good at, right? Like maybe you've been doubting yourself, maybe you've been doubting your skills, but actually you are very good at what you do, okay? Like you have to live from the heart, and if other people don't like what you do, how can you go against your heart? How can you go against what you know is right for you, okay? Trustworthy friends, look at that. You know, you're having your community of trustworthy friends that are there to support you, to help you, and are going to be there with you through the whole thing, okay? But with Uranus there could have been some cutoffs with friends, or some out-of-the-box friends, and why not? Or online even, right? Because I did get a question from someone. I have a lot of online friends, because Uranus in the 11th house is everything online, and it rules Aquarius. It's also online, the internet, okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Cancer. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. If you want to book a private reading, you find my email in the description box below, and I hope to see you next time. Let's move on to the next sign of Leo. So this is for every Leo, sun, moon, and rising. So for you, Sagittarius season is going to be in your 5th house. So 5th house is about romance. It's about the kids. It's about creativity, right? You actually rule the 5th house. This is all about self-expression and, you know, showing the world what you're capable of and how creative you are. And I feel that this could be a very, very beneficial month for you, especially if you are in the arts, or if you're acting, or if you're doing something related to self-expression. You're definitely going to be noticed, okay? So if you're gonna audition for something, this is a really nice time. There is a lot of Neptunian energy, and for you, Neptune is in the 8th house. So a bit of fogginess and strangeness around money. So Saturn is in the 8th house as well. So this could have to do with taxes, papers, insurance. Like something could be not completely clear, like what exactly is happening. And it feels like there's not really a support, and you really have to sustain yourself right now. or it takes a really a lot of time to get the, you know, the money you need. This could be from a divorce, or this could be anything related to money coming from other people, and it's not really easy to get it, okay? If it was supposed to be yours, right? We do have some beautiful aspects with Jupiter, especially by the end of the month when we have Capricorn season in the 6th house. It's trining Jupiter in the 10th, and even better, Leo, even better, Jupiter will station direct by the end of the month, okay? So you're gonna have a lucky break when it comes to your work. So end of December, January is gonna be a good time to apply. However, we still have Mercury retrograde. So I would even wait till Mercury retrograde is over, or the offer is coming in, and you wait until signing the contract, if you can, till after Mercury retrograde, okay? And Mercury retrograde is starting on the 12th of December. And this will be during this new moon in Sagittarius. So Mercury is stationing retrograde on this day. And this new moon in Sagittarius is really going to highlight your creative expression. But yeah, once again, watch for money situations. That could be a bit foggy. If you lend your kids money or something with your kids and allowances, stuff like that, you know, this could be a little bit foggy. But definitely keep shining online if you are on social media, if you are kind of a teacher or advisor. This is going to be a beautiful time for you to expand, okay? The only thing I'm a little bit shaky about is Mercury retrograde, and this could lead to, you know, it's better to sign it after or before, okay? Yeah, and then we have a full moon in the sign of Cancer on the 26th of December. This is in your 12th house, and it's opposing the sun in your 6th house. So again, maybe you have a lot of work to do, so you need to make sure that you're also resting and that you're taking some time for yourself, okay? Because there might be like an overexciting energy. But a lot of opportunities might come in, especially after Mercury retrograde is over, okay? But you're gonna start to feel these lucky breaks, like people are gonna see you. You know, sometimes it doesn't have to be even job offers. Sometimes it's just that people talk to you on the street, people see you, people notice you. Venus is in the 4th house the whole month, so if you want to move, this is a beautiful time to move. Live your joy. Yes, have fun. Have fun this month. Enjoy, especially Sagittarius season. Enjoy. Life is too beautiful to not enjoy, right? Balance. Find balance between work, between all the things happening in your life. Love and accept yourself. So there might be some insecurities, right? Am I on the right track? Am I doing the right thing? And I did get some comments, you know, from Leah's that were like, yeah, but my career, it's not really coming, it's not really happening. But sometimes Jupiter is closing down a chapter. Also, I cannot look into your natal chart, you know, which periods are you in, what planets are where. So obviously these are general readings, but overall, you know, this is a lucky time to find work, especially for Leo rising. So keep believing and keep pushing forward. You know, I cannot see if you have a Pluto or a Saturn in your 10th house, right? If that is making you work harder towards getting the things that you want, or maybe, you know, I work with Placidus, with private chart. I work with equal houses for the predictions because I don't know where you're located, right? And I did have some comments. I had a comment from a client, but, you know, I don't know where you're at, but for me personally, the Placidus is working really well. And, you know, every astrologer has their own system that works for them. And it's all about what resonates for you, right? And, you know, if a planet is very close to another house, I will count it into the next house as well. So It's really how you deal with things. But for me, really, Placida system has worked very well. And I've done research into many house systems. And yeah, and it's okay. Like, people do different things. And I'm also intuitive. So if it's not working with the astrology, I can look it up in the cards. So it's not a problem. So that's my message for you, my lovely, lovely Leos. I'm getting Earth Angel. So follow your plan, follow your heart. You know what to do, really. You know it. Follow your heart, okay? And let go of the control, because Jupiter doesn't want you to control, wants you to let go and trust and have faith. So have faith that you will get this job, okay? Sending you so much love, and I'll hope to see you next time. Let's move on to the next sign of Virgo. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So good to see you. We're starting off with Sagittarius season, which is in your 4th house. So a lot of you Virgos are going to spend some time with your family. You're going to spend time at home. But we have Mars here, so maybe you want to rebuild things in your home. You want to restructure things in your house. You want to study or work from home, and you're going to have a lot of energy to do so, okay? But yeah, Sagittarius is kind of a contradicting sign, right, in the 4th house. So a lot of, especially Virgo rising, are living abroad because Sagittarius doesn't want to stay in one place, right? And at the same time, Jupiter is in the 9th house. So it's like you want to travel, but you also want to stay at home. It's going to be this really contradictory feeling. It's like, okay, I want to get out, I want to meet people, and by the end of the month, Jupiter will station direct, okay? So some of you are traveling to see family. Hey, this is possible too. Or traveling with your family. This is another possibility. Because we do have a beautiful aspect between Mercury and Jupiter up until the 24th of December. And then we have the Sun in Capricorn, right? After the 21st will be Capricorn season in the 5th house, and it's trining Jupiter in the 9th. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time to travel. Beautiful time to discover. Maybe travel with a partner, travel with your children, with your family. It's going to be a wonderful time for you. I feel a lot of positive vibes. Be aware that by the end of the month, we're going to have Mars conjuncting Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde will start on the 12th of December. And will station retrograde during this new moon in Sagittarius. So, yeah, some of you are moving. But yeah, watch out with contracts this month, that you read the lines very carefully, okay? If you have new clients or you're signing a house contract, it's better to do it before or after Mercury retrograde, okay? Yeah, so definitely there could be a travel with family, travel with siblings. This is going to be, yeah, a very good month to do so. Neptune is stationing direct at the beginning of the month, and as you know, you have that in your 7th house together with Saturn. So it's time for you to, you know, maybe you feeling like you want to be in a relationship again. As before, you were kind of inward energy, like, yes, I want to be in a relationship, of course, but you know, you don't want to have this health thing. You want to have the full deal or nothing, okay? There's a lot of serious energy with you. You know, you have Capricorn in the 5th house, and then now you have Saturn in the 7th. You're not dealing with no health stuff, okay? No health as relationships. You want a full relationship or nothing. So that's kind of the vibe. But with Neptune, you can sometimes not see people as clearly as you wish to see them. So you might have a little bit pink colored glasses, and then Saturn is bringing you back. So there's this back and forward kind of energy. So definitely I would see some indecisiveness with my lovely Virgos this month. Also because Mercury retrograde is impacting you, right? And yeah, some fogginess with Neptune, because Neptune will also square Mercury, especially around this full moon in Cancer on the 26th of December. It will square Mars and Mercury retrograde, so it's going to be foggy. So if there's something up with your partner, or you know, with some relationship, like it might be a little bit unclear. This full moon will be in your 11th house, and it's opposing the sun in the 5th. So it's really a time to enjoy, to have fun, enjoy your time with your friends, with your family, with your kids, with your partner, right? I feel that this is a month you're going to enjoy. It's going to be a nice month, Virgo. Okay, loved one in heaven. So, you know, we do have Chiron in the 8th house. So maybe someone is going to pass to the other side. It could also be that your loved ones are with you during this month of December, or you're thinking or bringing up loved ones when you're back with your family. And, you know, usually the holidays bring these kind of feelings up. So definitely unconditional love. It's like finding unconditional love within your family, within your friends, and yeah, being super grateful for everything around you. And I feel this grateful month, this gratefulness around you. Take a step back. So yeah, this is not really a month for you to like work hard or do a lot of things. This feels like a lot of freedom, enjoyment. And I know, Virgo, you love working. I know I love working. I'm a Virgo. Like people are like, what are you gonna do in your spare time? Well, sometimes I just work because I love what I do. So of course I do fun stuff. It's not that I don't do fun things. It's just that I enjoy what I do. It's kind of a Virgo trait, right? So yeah, that's my message for you, my amazing Virgo. If you like this message, this channel, my video, subscribe to it, leave a comment below how this resonates with you. I also do private readings. You find my email in the description box below, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time. Let's move on to the next sign of Libra. So Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have Sagittarius season, right, in your 3rd house. And this is about traveling. Maybe you're doing a city trip. You're visiting your siblings. You know, it's about moving around, especially Sagittarius in the 3rd house, right? It loves traveling. And maybe you are someone that loves to explore new cities, explore new locations. And it would be like traveling to other countries, but not too far. Or like when you're in the US, that you're staying in the US, but you're traveling and visiting different states. Because 9th house is further travels. It's usually overseas travels, right? Or long-term travels, like on the longer term. You will have Venus in your 2nd house for the whole month, right? From the 3rd of December until almost the end of December. So you have a chance to earn a lot of new money, a lot of money, right? And you're gonna really attract a lot of money to you. But with Venus there, also you have to be aware that you're not overspending, okay? Spending too much, because that's also the deal with Venus, okay? We have a beautiful trine with Jupiter in the 8th house, with Mercury, and by the end of the month with the Sun, okay? So maybe your family is gonna support you money-wise, like they want to give you some money, some support, they want to invest in something, invest in property. Maybe you are investing in family property, or you're getting a loan to get property, okay? I do want you to be aware that we have I can't talk anymore. Mercury retrograde season. So, and it's starting on this new moon in Sagittarius. Mercury will station retrograde on the 12th of December. So from that time, be aware with contracts, read them very, very, very carefully, very well. Unless you have Mercury retrograde in your chart, okay, you should be less worried about that. But it's very important to do that. And also with electronics, if you buy any, make sure to get a guarantee so you can bring it back if it's broken, okay? So we have a full moon in the sign of Cancer on the 26th, which will be in your 10th house. So there might be some work opportunities coming through family. Maybe you're gonna have to work a little bit around the holidays, like it's not something you want to do, but maybe you kind of have to. With Cancer there in the 10th house, so maybe you're with your family and you're like, I kind of have to work a little bit, okay? Yeah, relationship wise, there might, because you have the North Node with Chiron, so there might be some insecurities coming up in either you or your partner, okay? So you're getting a lot of lessons regarding relationships because the South Node is in your sign, so it's about you, but you're the sign that really needs to relate to other people in order to feel who you are, right? You are comparing, but not in an unhealthy way, but you're like comparing in order to understand, like, hey, where am I at? What am I doing? And I feel that there's been a little bit of a disbalance, right? Giving too much or giving too little. And you're gonna have to find a healthy balance between those two. Also in your relationships, Libra. Okay. You are protected. You are protected. So if there's a situation that you're worried about, and we have Neptune stationing direct, especially work, maybe you're a bit worried about work, but you are protected. I'm getting here. Peaceful warrior and leap of faith. So you're going to take some kind of leap of faith, okay? And your thing here is to stay calm and be a peaceful warrior. And no matter what happens, that you stay and stick to your own truth and stick to your own heart and, you know, take a leap of faith. Sometimes you have to jump and take a chance on something in order to succeed, right? You have to take a chance. So whatever it is that you're doubting about, sometimes you have to follow your intuition and take a chance. There's always a chance you're gonna fail, right? Like I wanted to be self-employed and I had so many people telling me you will fail, you can't do it, so many things. And you know what? I thought, if I fall, I fall. What's the problem? I'm gonna find a new job after, you know, I'm gonna give myself a year to try. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna go back to a full-time job. And it's been 4 years now. So I can say that it worked out. I'm still self-employed and I'm enjoying every single day of it. And I'm so, so thankful and grateful that, that this could be my path. And if you're doubting, of course, you can book a reading with me or another astrologer, another psychic, but really choose someone that you're feeling resonance with, right? So yeah, that's my message for you, my lovely Libras. If you like this channel, this video, subscribe to it, leave a comment below how this resonates with you. Also, I do private readings. You'll find my email in the description box below, and I hope to see you next time. Bless you so much. Bye-bye. So yeah, let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of December 2023. Sagittarius season is in your second house. So this is a time for you to make money. So we have the Sun and Mars in a conjunction. You had that by the end of November in the sign of Sagittarius, and before it was in your sign. So you're definitely on a roll to make money, my lovely Scorpios, okay? So keep going, keep fighting, because Mars is a fighter. I'm gonna fight to earn more money. I'm gonna go after what I want. I'm gonna set my goals, okay? So it's gonna be kind of a time where you're really determined on how to make more money, okay? And for some of you, this could be through traveling, like you're working and traveling like a digital nomad around this time. This could be that you're getting money through a business overseas, or actually, because Sagittarius is very international, right? So for example, I work with clients overseas and I'm a Scorpio rising, right? So there could be like money coming in through a company that you're working for overseas, or an international environment is really good for you to make money. Venus is going to be in your sign for most of the month, Scorpio. Amazing. You're gonna glow. people are gonna really, really want to be around you. And this is a fantastic time to attract love. You know, fantastic. You have Venus in the first house. You have Jupiter in the 7th house. And Jupiter will station direct by the end of the month. So you are in a love cycle. Money and love is your thing right now. We do have Mercury retrograde, okay, at the 12th of December. It will station retrograde. So if you're gonna make money and sign contracts, do it before. Best thing is a week before, but you know, at least before Mercury retrograde, because we're gonna have Mercury retrograde for this whole month of December, okay? And we do have this Neptunian energy that's creating some fogginess. So you will have some fogginess maybe with money. So make good agreements with the kids. For example, if your kids are already grown, like who's giving how much money, where's the money going, how much, where. And with contracts, be very, very careful around this time, because there's a Neptune as well that is creating some fogginess, okay? But making money through already recurring things, yes. Or clients are coming back, companies are coming back, people that you worked with before or projects that you worked on before, it's coming back. Like, I have a blog and I'm starting to work again on the blog that I used to really work on. It's called The Mindful Magazine. You can check it out. And I'm like, you know, I have time now. Finally, I have some time, yay, to do this. So I've been writing new blogs. I've been posting new blogs, and, you know, I'm really enjoying this. So yeah, take something back that you used to work on, or a client coming back. Yeah, perfectly fine to work with that. So lots of things going on. And by the end of the month, this full moon in Cancer will be in your 9th house, opposing the sun in the 3rd. So this is a wonderful time to travel. So maybe you're traveling to see your family, your siblings, or you're just gonna travel with your partner, alone, doesn't matter, whatever floats your boat. This is gonna be a pretty good month for you, Scorpio. A pretty good month for you. I'm just saying, honor your feelings, okay? So whatever you're feeling, or if you're feeling like, you could be feeling a bit of confusion, right? Because of Neptune. But it's about time that maybe in the past you thought your feelings weren't valid, that what you were feeling was not true. But it's time to honor them, because if you're sad or angry or confused, why are you that? Maybe there's something in it, right? Like some Scorpios can be really hard on themselves. Like, no, that's nothing. I'm just have to go through it. Like, you know, you're sometimes very hard on yourself, and you're still a water sign. You still have lots of feelings, especially if a Scorpio moon, right? I'm a Scorpio moon myself, and people get a bad rap for Scorpio moons, but you know, there's just a lot of feelings going on, and we are so much more sensitive than we show. Like, we're coming across as this really strong, powerful people, and it's like from the inside, sometimes we're like very sensitive, you know? Don't hate, meditate. So if these feelings are anger, go and meditate, okay? Meditate, 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 meditate. The miracle of prayer. So I feel you're in a very strong month of manifestation, attracting things to you, okay? Inner power, here we go. You have a lot of inner strength and inner power to get stuff done, but also don't be too hard on yourself, okay? But I feel so many things can happen for you at the same time. You're like, what? Travel, love, money, work, blah, what? What am I gonna focus on? I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of things. So that's my message for you, my amazing Scorpios. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye, Scorpio. Let's move on to the next sign of Sagittarius. First of all, my sun sign, Sagittarius. Happy birthday. I hope you're gonna have a fantastic time. and that you spend it with your families, your loved ones, and I'm wishing you all the best. Your birthday is the best time to manifest things and to attract things to you. That's why people blow a candle on the cake and spread a wish into the world. So yeah, this is the time to do that. So you have obviously the sun, you have Mars in a close conjunction at the beginning of the month. So this time, go for it. You're gonna have lots and lots and lots of energy, especially Sagittarius rising. I can tell you, I'm in this cycle now. I'm a Scorpio rising. I have the sun and Mars in my first house now. I've been working out. I've been working. I've been doing so many things. I feel so energized. And I love, love, love this energy of Mars. Like if you use it the right way, you can get a lot of stuff done. You have a lot of energy to do things. So grab the energy by the, and move forward with it. If you don't move with these energies and act on them, you might feel angry and frustrated, okay? But I would say it's a very positive time to go after what you want. So yeah, and then we have on the 12th of December, there's going to be a new moon in your sign, right? In your sign. And this will be at, I think it was 20 degrees. Just wanted to make sure. So if you have any planets at 20 degrees, you will be extra highlighted during this new moon. And there will be a bit of fogginess, okay? Because there is a square with Neptune in the 4th house. And you also have Saturn in the 4th house. So there's a lot of confusion when it comes to your family, okay? There might be some struggles with your family. And things don't seem to be completely clear. So even though you're doing your things, you're rocking things, it's like family-wise, things are a bit tougher, right? It's like you're not really on the same line with each other. You're not really understanding each other, especially Sagittarius rising. So that's the only thing that could be a little bit difficult this month. By the end of the month, Mars is conjuncting Mercury retrograde. And I know, Sagittarius, you're the sign, you're just saying how it is. Like, you're very blunt. You're like, why hide the truth? Like, I should just be able to say the truth. And I love that about you, Sagittarius. Like, you're not going around and not saying, you just say what it is. And, people get the truth from you, which is amazing. But with Mars and Mercury, it's gonna be shaking things up. So be aware about the directness by the end of the month, because you might offend some people. And I know, like, you shouldn't care too much about it, but if it really hurts people, just be aware. But I love my Sagittarius. You're really fun to hang out with, to be around. You have Venus, though, this month in the 12th house. So, and it's going to come to your sign by the end of the month, okay? And that's bringing a lot of magnetism. So end of December, January, you have Venus in the 1st house. Beautiful for attracting new things. You're definitely in a cycle of work. Jupiter in the 6th house is bringing new clients, it's bringing promotions, but it's not the 10th house, right? 10th house is more authority, whereas the 6th house is more your day-to-day routines, which are going really well. And you could find a new job in the same kind of position, but for example, with better money, with better offers. But yeah, with Mercury retrograde, keep in mind, contracts are sensitive. But if you go back to clients, if you go back to an old company, or if you have Mercury retrograde in your chart, this will not be an issue. This will be perfectly fine and you can just keep going, right? Because in the end, life is about taking risk and nothing will ever go perfectly, right? We know that by now. Life's not perfect. And then people come to my channel and they just want to hear, oh, you're going to win the lottery, you're going to win love. And of course, I will have many subscribers, but I would just be lying. Because that's not real life, right? That's not how things work. I want you to be the best version of you. And I would consider myself quite realistic, right? Very grounded. Like, hey, this is the reality. Let's make the best out of all these things and grow in your spiritual journey. Anyways, there is a full moon in the sign of Cancer in your 8th house, and it's opposing the sun in the 2nd. So this is a really good time to make more money. I mean, you could be earning money through a new job, or it could be earning money through your already existing job. Like maybe you have a higher commission, or you get like a Christmas bonus or something that's really going to expand your finances, which is going to be so good for you. All right, let's get you a card, my lovely Sagittarius. Speak your truth. That's so hilarious. We just talk about it. And look at this badass woman. She's like, I'm just going to speak my truth, you know? And that's kind of how you're going to feel. You're going to be like, I'm just going to tell what I'm feeling right now. And, you know, in ways, if you're right, yeah, just try to bring it the best way possible. Transformation. So you're going through this massive transformation, right? You also have this full moon in the 8th house. When it comes to your emotions, when it comes to how you express yourself, and especially in the family situation, there's a lot of karma that's being resolved right now. A lot of karma that's coming up. Everything suppressed over all these years is coming up with Saturn in the 4th house, okay? Count your blessings. So it's a very mixed month. With one thing is difficult and the other thing is like really good, right? You're preparing for, you know, if you're looking for love, next year is going to be a great year. So we're not there yet. So you're going to have to wait. If you're like, what about love next year? Okay, when Jupiter goes into Gemini, time to breathe. So take some time to breathe, count your blessings, and, you know, thrive, work out, work, do your things, okay? And you will rock it to the next level in life. So thank you so much for being here. I super appreciate you, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye. Let's move on to the next sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of December 2023. First of all, happy birthday to my early birthday Capricorns. I hope you're going to have a fantastic day. This is the perfect day for manifestation. So if you want something, that's why they blow a candle on the cake and they spread it into the world. This is the day to do that, okay, Capricorn? So, I really like this month for you, but we're starting off with Sagittarius season, and usually when we have, you know, the season before your birthday, it's time to rest, it's time to recuperate, but the sun up until the 10th of December, more or less, is going to be in a conjunction with Mars. So it's like you want to rest, but not completely, because Mars is making you a little bit agitated. So it's like you need to rest, but also you can't find the rest, or maybe you're gonna have some sleepless nights, okay? However, Venus is in your 11th house for most of the month, so you're really reconnecting with your friends, you're spending time with your friends, with your community, and it's also a wonderful time to do a workshop or to post something on social media. You do have the South Node in the 10th house in Libra, so with Libra in the 10th house, especially if you have that on the midheaven, you know, depends where you're located, your Placidus chart, okay? But yeah, some of you are letting go of some type of collaboration for work, or, you know, you're gonna recouple with someone you used to work with before, and you're gonna work together again. And some of you are going in the road of working from home, or doing like some hybrid work, like a few days at home, a few days at work. And then from the 21st of December, it's your season, and we're going to have a full moon on the 26th, and this will be in your 7th house. So if you're looking for love and you're single, this is a wonderful time to meet someone new. You also have Jupiter stationing direct, okay, by the end of the month. So you are in a love cycle, Capricorn, okay? Romance, love, attracting someone new, being in love, getting married, getting committed, right? If you're getting married, Better not to do it around Mercury retrograde. I cannot recommend it unless you have it in your chart. But yeah, I would be a little bit careful with that. But yeah, you have Neptune stationing direct, and also this month has a lot of Neptunian energy, okay? So there will be some communication issues, miscommunication, being misunderstood, understanding others wrong. Mercury is retrograde also in the 12th house, and it's gonna square Neptune on this full moon. So definitely there will be some miscommunication with your siblings, with your neighbors, or in general, like maybe there's some gossip, but it's not really what it seems. Like things are not really what it seems, okay? So I get don't hate, meditate. So keep up the meditation practice, especially with Neptune now stationing direct. You're gonna feel more clarity in your mind. As before with Neptune retrograde, you might have felt a bit foggy, but still this month is a little bit with illusions, okay? Because we're gonna have a strong Neptunian vibe this month. Manifesting miracles. What did I say? Your birthday is the best time to manifest, my lovely Capricorn. And also, we have a beautiful trine with the Sun and Jupiter in the 5th house. It's time for self-expression for you, showing yourself to the world, letting people know who you are. You know, if you are into acting, if you are into crafting, doing things with the hands, writing, all these things right now, it's time to show yourself. Especially by the end of the month. Maybe on social media, because we have Uranus in the 5th house. You want to be a graphic designer, or you want to start a, you know, a social media account. Inner power. Inner power. So it's time for your inner power to show the world your inner power and honor your feelings, okay? So maybe tell people what you're really feeling, so people understand you better, okay? Because I'm getting this like strength, and you want to move forward, but you're not really showing what you're truly feeling. So this is time to do so to your partner, to your family. So yeah, that's my message for you, my lovely, lovely Capricorns. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Let's move on to the next sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of December 2023. So this month, Sagittarius season, we're starting with Sagittarius season in the 11th house. And 11th house is community. 11th house is friends. And you have Mars and the Sun there. So this can go two ways. This can be, you're going to be working out, you're gonna go on hikes together with your friends, you're gonna be like talking amazing subjects, but this could also mean arguments, okay? And we do have Mars and Mercury retrograde together by the end of the month as well. So be aware with your friends. There could be some miscommunication and some frustrations, okay? So at the same time, Venus is in your 10th house. You're gonna have this magnetic glow around you. You can really attract a new, I would say job, but with Mercury retrograde it's a bit tricky. So it's better to be with a job that's coming back from the past, okay? Watch out with contracts, but if it's a company from the past, something you were doing before, clients that you worked with before, you're perfectly fine to work with them and read the contract very, very well. But it can also be just a growth in general in the company. People are seeing you, you're spreading on social media, you are more approached on the street, like people want to talk to you, okay? Because there is something transformative about you, Aquarius, right? You have Pluto so close to your sign. You are going through these massive transformations. Your life is not gonna be the same in a few years. You are really letting go of things that are no longer serving you. And by the end of the month, Capricorn will be in the 12th house. Sure, you gotta take some rest. You need to rest. You need to, maybe you're gonna spend some time with your family. You have Jupiter in the 4th house. So it's a beautiful time to reconnect with your family, right? More so your parents than your siblings, because you have Chiron and the North Node in the 3rd house. So it could be a little bit difficult with you and your siblings sometimes, but a wonderful time to spend at home, to be with your family, you know, whatever what family means for you. Can be your friends, right? Whatever family is for you and to you, okay? That's very personal. Neptune in the 2nd house, watch out for overspending or underspending, okay? You have Saturn, the planet that is of hard work, in the 2nd house of making money. And then Neptune is stationing direct. So it's like you want to spend and you want to hold. So in some ways, you're going to hold on to your money. And in some ways, you're overly spending. So you're getting triggered on how to spend your money and how to save your money, okay? And how to earn money. This is where Saturn wants to teach you, okay? It's like the hard teacher. But Jupiter is trining the Sun by the end of the month, and also Mercury for most of the month. So spend time with your family, your friends, your community, and, you know, it's about taking a bit of a break. This full moon in Cancer is in the 6th house, opposing the Sun in the 12th. So it could be that you might have to work in between sometimes, but try to rest as much as possible. Study and learning, okay? Some of you are studying or learning something and you might feel a little bit distracted, or you might feel that it's hard to finish the study, especially with Mercury retrograde, with Chiron in the 3rd house. But do not give up, okay? Do not give up on the study. Give yourself a break. Trust your vibes. You see? You'll know what to do. And look at this. The vibes are here, but also in the heart, because your heart knows what to do. Healthy choices. So making healthy choices. So don't overdrink, overeat. We all do that in December, right? Like living a bit on the edge and doing unhealthy stuff. But yeah, it's time to not make the healthy decisions, okay? Not too many unhealthy decisions around this time. Love and accept yourself. So maybe you had doubts lately. What am I deserving of? You know, because there are so many changes in your life, and you're like, what does all of this mean? Maybe you moved with Jupiter, or you're going to move, or, you know, in the 4th house. So yeah, there will be some doubts in your mind, but it's about trusting yourself and knowing that things are going to work out for the best. And you know, you are deserving and you are wonderful. And, you know, people are going to contact you from the past, especially friends could contact you from the past with Mercury retrograde in the 11th house. So maybe you're reconnecting with them, or you still have something to talk through. Okay. So that's my message for you, my amazing Aquarius. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you. I also do private readings. You find my email in the description box below. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you for being here. Let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have Sagittarius season in your 10th house. And this is really, really lovely, because this means that you're going to work on your career, your visibility, and Jupiter is stationing direct by the end of the month, and Jupiter is in the 3rd house. So your communication skills are out of this world. You have a way of speaking and people really want to listen to you, and this is going to help your career. So no matter what you're doing, if you deal with communication, writing, teaching, anything like this in your job, you're gonna really excel and could make money through that, okay? So this is really your time to shine. And even in Capricorn season, right, we still have the Sun in the 11th house of community, networking. So you might meet the right people to, you know, to inform you about what you're doing, or you might meet new friends, new community. And with Venus in the 9th house in Scorpio, maybe some of you are traveling, okay, going on a trip, meeting a love or lover or partner, long distance relationship. You're gonna visit this person for Christmas or for a holiday in December. But there are a lot of things happening at the same time. So Saturn is going to bring a lot of responsibility to you. So it's like, it feels like a very busy month for you. Like a lot of things. You're going to have to juggle multiple things. Neptune is stationing direct. So, but we still have a very Neptunian energy this month. Neptune is going to square by the end of the month Mars and Mercury retrograde. So watch out for miscommunications in the job, okay? Like maybe you are not understanding each other very well. There might be some fogginess going on. So make sure you wait for things to settle, to get more clarity if you can. And otherwise try to explain things the best you're capable of, okay? So yeah, then we have a full moon, because the new moon in Sagittarius will be in the 10th house of career. And then on the 26th of December at 4 degrees, we're going to have a full moon in the sign of Cancer. So this is about romance. This is about spending time with your kids, spending time and doing some self-expression. So maybe you want to create something, you want to be around your community, maybe you're meeting up with your friends, their kids, and if you don't have kids, you're just gonna meet up with your friends and maybe, yeah, do some kind of workshop, create something, do a painting workshop, whatever you like. Synchronicity. So a lot of you guys got that, and this is because this month Jupiter is going to be in a trine with the Sun by the end of the month. So the Sun in your 11th house and Jupiter in the 3rd. So definitely your communication skills, even though we have Mercury retrograde, will still be, you will be the least impacted by Mercury retrograde, okay? Yeah, you will be the least impacted for sure. Yeah, social media, it's gonna go really well around this time. If you want to build a website, take a leap of faith. So follow your intuition, because it feels like there are gonna be some synchronicities that are gonna put you on a new path or on a direction that you need to go. So listen to your gut and listen to your feelings, okay? Maybe there's a hobby or talent that you've been hiding and that you're like, you're not really sure if you should share that. You know, this type of talent you're having, and it's time to show that to the world, right? Spiritual support. So it's about taking a leap of faith, and why not try? I mean, I would recommend you to do that after Mercury retrograde or before, okay? That's the best time to do that for you. But definitely, this is crazy. Look at the next card that came out. Express your creativity. Express your creativity. Like, I love how cards always align with the astrology, what I'm talking about. It's always in alignment. And this is how synchronicity works, right? Things are lined out perfectly for you to be discovered, to learn the lessons that you need to learn. So, yeah, that's my message for you, my amazing Pisces. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I really hope to see you next time. Bless you so much, and wishing you all the best.